In this video, we are going to continue with our search activity, and by the end of it, we'll be able to actually search for users and print them out in our search. So let's open up search activity here. I'm just going to close the project pane, and we're going to start and build a new method which is going to initialize our text change listener for our search bar. So we can go private void init text listener, we'll call it, and it'll take nothing, and just do a log d initializing. Let's do users list equals new array list, so we need to make sure we initialize that. And we're going to go search param dot add text change listener new text watcher and implement that interface there. And so we're going to be interested in the after text changed override method down here. We'll go string text equals search param get text to string and typecast it to lowercase. So to lowercase, and do local get default, and then search for match and pass that text. And that's all we need to do in our init text change listener, and then make sure we call it up on create here. And then we're going to go down into, we need to create actually another method, and this method is going to get called right here. So update the users list view, that's what we're interested in. So we're going to go down here, go private void update users list is what we'll call it, and we're going to call it right here, so update users list. And now let's just fill that method out. So we need an adapter which we haven't created yet, so we need to create our user list adapter. So let's go to project, go to app, Java, and create a new class in the utility package. So right click, new Java class, go user list adapter. And we can close the project pane, and it'll extend array adapter, and it's going to take a user object, and we can implement the methods that it's suggesting here. So we're going to use this constructor here, the one that takes the context, the resource, and then the object list. And let's get a tag. I accidentally put the constructor, there we go. Okay, now let's get all the objects that we need. So we're going to need a layout inflator. Oops, layout inflator. Call it m-inflator. And a list of the user objects. So we'll just call it m-users. And a layout resource. So layout resource. And then the context. Okay, and now let's attach all those objects to everything we're passing into the constructor. So m-inflator equals layout inflator context dot get system service, and then context dot layout inflator service, and then layout resource equals our resource that we're passing, and this dot m users equals our objects. And that should be good. Let's get some space here. And we're going to use the view holder build pattern like we always do with our list adapters. So we'll go private static class view holder. And of course we need our widgets. And there's only a couple. We just need the username and the email, and then the circle image view for the profile image. And now we need to insert an override method. So Control O, and we need to get the get view method, which is right there. And we can delete the super. So final view holder, and now we're going to implement the view holder build pattern. So we can go if convert view equals null, then convert view equals m-inflator dot inflate, and pass the layout resource, and parent and false, holder equals new view holder, and then holder, we need to attach the widgets to their relative IDs. So convert view find view ID art.id dot username, and holder dot email equals text view convert view find view ID art.id dot email, and holder dot profile image equals circle image view, convert view, find view by ID, art.id dot profile image, probably profile photo. Okay, and then one last thing inside the if statement is convert view dot set tag and to the holder. Then else holder equals view holder convert view get tag. Alright, cool. So now we need to actually attach objects to, or like set the objects, set values to the widgets. So holder dot username dot set text, and that would be users get position and get username. Alternatively, you could just go get, you don't need to reference that, you could go get item, and that will do the same thing. So holder email set text get item position get email. And now we're going to need to do a query for the profile image because it's actually stored in the account settings node. So if we look at the Firebase database and we look at these users, they don't have a profile image in this node. It's actually in the user account settings node. So it would be right here. So we need to do a query for that. So we'll go database reference equals Firebase database dot get instance get reference. And let's see, we need to, actually, we can just reference the node here, or we can put it on the query itself. Let's just go query equals reference dot child and get context get string r.string dot database user account settings, and then dot child, and this, do we need to do another child? No, we don't actually. We can just do order by child and context get string r.string dot field, we're looking for the user ID, and we want to look for it when it equals to get item position, no, not get item ID, get item position get user ID. And that should be all we need to do here. We're just looking for that particular user ID, and then we can do query dot add listener for single value event, new value event listener. And now we can loop inside this guy here. So data snapshot, single snapshot goes up to the data snapshot dot get children. And inside here, this should return a single value, which should be our user account settings node for this particular user. So found user, we can do single snapshot, get value, user account settings dot class. We can do toString to print out all the information for that user. And now we can get our image loader instance. So image loader equals image loader dot get instance, and then image loader dot display image, and we can pass our image to single snapshot get value, so the user account settings again dot class, and then get profile photo, and then comma, and we want to pass our widget, so holder profile image. What about that? No, there we go. We can just do that. We don't need to actually add a loading listener. We're just going to set the image because we're not going to add a progress bar or anything like that. So that should be fine. And that should be good. We just need to go down here and return convert view at the very end. And we still have red somewhere though, right? What's going on here? Oh. Change that to minflater. Okay, so there's our user list adapter. Now let's go back into search activity and finish up our update users list method here. So let's create a global adapter. So let's go into variables and private user list adapter. Let's go adapter and go down here back into our method and go so updating users list and do adapter equals new user list adapter, and pass the context, so search activity dot this, and then our layout, so r.layout dot something list item. Did I not build it yet? project and go into layouts. Oh, I didn't actually build it yet. Okay, create a new layout file. So right click on layout, new layout resource file, and we're going to call this one layout user list item. And I'm just going to, I've already built it in my my test application, so I'm just going to copy paste it in. It's pretty simple, just so black and black. Just a circle image view and then a relative layout with the username and the email also here. I can put in some text just so you can see what it looks like. So it'd be like mitch@tabian.ca, and let's do text Mitch Tabian and setting a circle image view. Can you even do this? What is circle image view? So that's what it'll look like there. You just have your username and then the email below, and then image, which is going to be their profile image. So that's all. Just straight up copy this, head to the GitHub page and copy it. I don't want to waste because it would take me probably 5 minutes at least to type this out. So let's just copy paste it in. So I'll just delete this text, delete that text, and delete that text. Close that, and now we can users list item, and then pass our list, which is going to be our users list. Okay, so do we have our list view? Yeah, we do. So now we can go list view, set adapter, and set our adapter. And we can set an on-click listener for our list view. So list view set on item click listener, new on item click listener, and we can just go selected user equals muser list get I dot toString get position. And if we actually do select the user, we want to navigate to profile activity, but we're going to need to write some special logic to handle the different situations. Like, for example, when you're the user who's signed in, if you're navigating to your own profile, it's going to be different than if you're some user navigating to another user's profile. So we're going to get started on that stuff in the next video. So let's just run this and test it to make sure that it's working correctly. Okay, to the search screen. And right now we have 2 users. So if I pull up the database, we currently just have mitch@tabian.ca and mitchtabian@live.com. So let's just search for both of those. Why won't this ad go away? Oh, I forgot to attach this to its ID, the search param edit text widget. So search param equals edit text find view by ID. Find view by ID r/id dot search, I believe it was called, and also the list view. So list view equals list view find view by ID r/id dot list view. Okay, and that is a text view. So it looks like in the layout file we've incorrectly typecasted the search param widget to a text view. So let's go into snippet search bar and change this widget to an edit text, and that should be good. If we go back here now, yeah, that error goes away. Okay, let's run that again. Okay, and to the search screen, and let's just start typing. One of the usernames is Mitch, so you can see Mitch comes up there, although his profile picture isn't coming through, and we got a crash. Okay, let's check the log. Alright, I'm going to click the link here and see if I can debug this really quick. Looks like it's, let's see, where was it pointing to? So it's saying this is null, it's saying this widget is null. So I'm guessing I referenced the wrong ID. I believe this is actually supposed to be profile image, and that should fix it. Because in the layout, the ID, I typecasted it, or I attached it to the ID before I actually had the layout built. So now that should be good. Okay, let's try searching Mitch again, and there we go. We got Mitch, his email, and his profile picture. And let's see, the other one's name is Mitch Tabian, I think. Let's check the Firebase database. It's just mitchell.tabian, so Mitchell Tabian, and there we go. Everything's working exactly as we intended. So in the next one, we're going to work on the profile and what it looks like depending on what user is navigating to it. So when I click on a user here. So I'll see you guys in the next video.